Thank you, Coach. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. As the Seahawks get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Like 20! Switch up! Kill! Hey, turn it up! Shoot! 11. 21. Hey, Alpha!
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. That's caught. It's Coleman. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
The face mask moves them all the way out past the 40 now for first down.
218, chop it.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
65. Pilot, 64.
Here's Coleman pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6.
12.
On third down, here's Coleman. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And it appears they'll go for it here on fourth down. A big call on the game's opening drive. They'll run it with Coleman. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner, coming off a third straight All-Pro season. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up first and 10.
36 power.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's caught. Lockett.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. Here's the second-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Flag 90.
56. You go 99. Son of a 99.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
13 yards on the play.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how he, one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end could be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
Penny, a 1st down carry. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check tight. 56 to Mike. 56 is go. Hey, keep it up. Watch safety green. Watch safety green.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Mike's 50, son. Gun. Mike 56. Mike 56.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that's incomplete. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space. And it's 2nd down.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
I know he ain't got it.
Coleman now. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 180. 12. Check. 5.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. This is Coleman with a grab. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the 1st at the 29. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Hey, let's go.
Check.
fourth down with Garoppolo. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
What? 380. 1 plus, 1 plus. Tempo, tempo.
56. Mike's 50.
Zebra.
Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And they'll get this down to the 10. That good for 19 and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
We're scoreless after one. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
What? 315.
6 right there, 56. Let's go.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Now Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field. Definitely
A lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
This will be taken very short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause. And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. This is Coleman. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a third time here on fourth down. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the delay, here's Carson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Fair.
Check 56. Push him back. Push him back. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Mike 56.
Third and long. It's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
This will be taken short. Yeah, they'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Mike.
Go.
Watch the screen. Pass. Mike.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, his 19th touchdown now on the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll try the right side here with Penny. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
4th down, and out is the all-pro punter from a year ago, Michael Dixon, to punt for Seattle, standing just outside his own goal line. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Coleman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. I'll tell you thought credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Throwing is Wilson. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Incomplete. He was covered by Richard Sherman.
A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down.
Right left.
56. Mike, 56 right there.
From the shotgun, Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 39. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Again, it's Penny. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
11.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the two-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes a 49er head coach, and he made it a point to go out and snag his former running back because he really likes his 26-year-old ball carrier.
Here we go. Wait, 80!
Watch the screen.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. A gain of 13, it's a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On the draw, this is Penny. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Smith. And this is going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run on first down. Coleman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Here we go. 20.
First down, San Francisco.
Clock. 13.
On first down, Garoppolo completes it to Coleman. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, listen, it's a team game. We know that. But where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again. But on offense, they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. And you just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They've bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
At the 49-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check nine. White.
Handoff, Coleman, right side. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be set.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. From the 36, Smith throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Smith going to throw on 3rd and 1. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the 45 on 2nd down, Smith. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 34-yard line.
That's good for the Seahawks.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
At the Niners' 26-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Geno. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Partner, we read a great article this week arguing for him to be Defensive Player of the Year. Normally, sacks are the big thing that people point to, but what he's done in the secondary has been something special.
It has been because it's been an all-around game for him, taking the ball away, rushing the quarterback and sacking him himself, doing a number of different things that change the way the game is played.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They snap it to Smith. And that is incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help them big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
11.
On 1st down, here's Breida. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
Michael Kendricks made the tackle. A gain of a yard.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
46-yard line.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
No gain on this defense. No gain.
21.
Back to throw, Garoppolo going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
11.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
56 to Mike.
11.
56. Watch the slant.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. That's to his running back, complete. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Here we go.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Josh Jones in on the stop.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Garoppolo looking to throw, letting one go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6.
21.
Check. 59.
Now Garoppolo. Well, look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Everyone, 37 to Mike.
After the interception, here's Smith. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Smith. Throw left side complete. It's Cannon. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Now Smith. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. He's back to throw. They set up the screen to Penny. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The offense on third down tonight, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Smith now to throw. And that is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And down by 5. They've got to go for it here on fourth down. Here we go on fourth. Smith. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10.
65.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. Consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the 49ers, they'll wrap up the campaign an impressive 15-1. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, despite the loss here, they're going to wind up with a very good 11-5 overall mark. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire